I don't know about you, but my very first time was a very strange feeling experience. It was just felt weird. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sobriety and Silver, where I woke up sober this morning, and the way I was able to do that is I went to bed sober last night. Let's talk about my first purchase ever of silver. This was in July of this year. I had to drive about 45 minutes to the closest coin store or coin shop, and I had my cash in my wallet ready to go. Didn't have any clue what I was going to buy. I went into the coin shop and spoke to the owner, and he was very nice, very patient with me, had no clue what I was doing. I told him that I was getting into silver. This was my first purchase, and he did. I give him that. I left him a really good review on his store. But I gave this to get a handful of change. And it was a weird feeling. I mean, I was happy that I had silver, but to give somebody dollar bills, $32, and I may not have paid $32 at the time. I got it written down, but I can't remember my first. You would think I'd remember my first purchase, but I did buy $1.40 because it was the equivalent of 1 ounce. I bought $1.40 face value of junk silver. So I'm just going with what junk silver is as of today. It's somewhere between $31, $32. But until I fully understood and grasped what I actually had here, and it took some learning, some studying and some watching other people to realize the power that silver holds, because it's been used as currency for thousands of years, barter and trade, and it just took a while for me to appreciate what this is. And again, to explain to my wife, who wasn't into silver either, that I left the house with this. Hey, look what I came home with. It's kind of, hey, honey, sit down, let's, talk. Let me explain why, because I actually had to explain it to myself too. But now, if I were doing a job for somebody, or if somebody, let's just stick with if somebody owed me money, and let's say I was doing a job for somebody or something, and they said, hey, I owe you $32. I can either give you this, or I have, you know what, I have some junk silver. Would you rather have that? I'll take this all day long over this. This paper money is nothing but a promise, and that promise can be broken at any time. It actually really doesn't hold any value. All it is just, hey, I promise you this $20 bill is worth $20. This is going to be around forever. Silver is. Junk silver is not being made anymore, but that's why I'm trying to get as much as I can. But once I got over that initial weird feeling, this just doesn't seem all that important anymore. I mean, everybody needs this for everyday life. You don't want to go fill your car up and use junk silver to do it, because the store's only going to give you face value for it. But to stack this and to keep this, you're really investing in something. And this is just, let me put this out there. This is just financial advice, or this is not financial advice. Oh, I'm tired. I got to work tonight. This is just my opinion. I do apologize for that. This is not financial advice. So, anyway, now that I got that out of the way, I want to talk about something else real quick, which is premiums. That awful word that stackers and whatnot hate to deal with. Premiums, premiums, premiums. Pardon me. Well, like I said, I do have to work tonight, so I was trying to lay down and take a nap, and sleep just wasn't coming. I had too much going through my head, and I got thinking about premiums. I want to break down something here that I just kind of did a little research on and started writing stuff down. You know, we pay premiums on everything. Everything that we buy has a premium to it. And I got thinking to myself, what is something that people buy every single day that has a premium on it, and they don't even think about it, and I don't either. And what I came up with is my favorite beverage here now, which is my coffee. um and I got thinking, how many people, I work at a convenience store, I make pizza overnight, and I see how many people come in and buy coffee in the morning. I get off at 6, and they'll start coming in 4 o'clock in the morning, and just coffee, 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 sodas, coffee, monster drinks, Red Bulls. So I did a little Googling, and this is some numbers I came up with. This is the premium you're paying on coffee, or we're paying, because I drink a lot of coffee. So on average, it costs $1.96 to grow, manufacture, and get a pound of coffee ready to sell. Now, the average cup in the United States is $3.08. That's the average per cup of coffee. Now, I don't know if Starbucks is thrown in that or not, because Starbucks is like $140 for a cup of coffee. But out of a pound of coffee, you can get an average, depending on how strong you like it, of 35 cups of coffee. So that's a gross of $107.80 off of a $1.96 pound of coffee. That's crazy. And then if you go to the store and just buy a big 25.9 ounce can of coffee, it breaks down to where you're paying approximately $14 per pound on coffee, that it only took $1.96 average to make that, to grow and manufacture that coffee. So think about the premium on a regular cup of coffee. It's astounding. And then just everyday things, think about a pair of tennis shoes. You buy a good pair of Skechers, Nike, something like that, you're paying $80, $100. And I didn't look this up, and this is just a guess. I did not look it up. But I imagine it didn't cost more than $25, $30 worth of material and labor to make that one pair of shoes that we're paying $100 for. And unless we're collecting the shoes like Jordans and Kobe Bryant's and things like that, those shoes are going to be used, worn, and they are going to devalue. So again, we're paying premiums on everything, which brings me to one. I understand the premiums on Goldbacks. I do. And I'm not pro Goldback, and I'm not negative on the Goldback. But I did buy 4 more Goldbacks for $25, $25 with free shipping. Now these 4 I bought a few months ago, and I got them for $24 free shipping. So all in all, I got 8 Goldbacks. So you figured the average I paid for them was about $6 a piece. Well, the exchange rate, if you go to Goldbacks and look at their exchange rate is $5.52. And I do understand that they're not catching. You can't take them everywhere and explain to somebody what they are and them know what it is and actually get that exchange rate. But Goldbacks even has a calculator now for people who do accept them. Now, I'm in Oklahoma. I haven't tried to spend any of these yet. I don't have enough to try. Honestly, I don't think about it. But I can understand that you have to stack 1,000 of them to get the equivalent of 1 ounce of gold. And if you did that, that would be, $6,000. Well, I don't see myself buying 1,000 of these to get 1 ounce of gold, but I've been watching some or learning more about fractional gold, and I think I am more pro Goldback, at least in a limited amount, than I am against them. I think they're a wonderful investment as far as I don't know how to put it. I mean, I think it's good for me. For me, again, this is not financial advice. This is my own personal what I'm going to do. I'm going to stack some. I'm not going to go nuts with them. I'm not going to buy 1,000 Goldbacks just so I can say I have 1 ounce of gold. Now, they are good for me because I'm on a limited budget. But again, I'm not so naive to where I'm going to go nuts with them, but I do think they're good to have. And even on premiums of silver and stuff like that, I understand that we always want to find the best price, and especially if it's, well, I mean, you want to make sure it's actually real, not fake. So, some of the bigger companies like Monument Metals and oh Lord, brain freeze, JD Bullion, I can't remember. Lord. Anyway, I'm tired, y'all. I am sorry. Um, paying the premium, I'm not going to complain about it so much anymore because we pay premiums on everything. I just want to look for the best deal on who has the lowest premium, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to cut this video off before I start rambling on and make a fool of myself anymore. But I hope you guys got what I was saying on that. Maybe I can get some sleep now, and I'll go make some pizzas tonight. So everybody have a good night, and I will see you in the next video.